Hi guys, welcome to this bite-sized edition of On the Whistle. We're so happy to be around the braai. We have a super fun, entertaining interview with Gavin Hunt, as always, my co-host, and the man who brings the tin to the table, Courtney Freese, who won the Premier Soccer League with Manning Rangers back in 1996, is with me. Courtney, we interviewed Gavin. He was such a character. No spoiler alerts, but the first question you asked him, which is pretty uncontroversial, is why do you love football? And he told us about why he loves rugby. What a man.
Well, I just found Gavin to be very honest. In a time that around football people are not that honest. I just found him very entertaining, very opening, and very accessible as well. It was so easy to get to Gavin to talk to him.
Absolutely. And there he was talking to us with his glass of wine, his curry, which he thoroughly enjoys. He needs no reminding. He's a 4-time Premier Soccer League winning coach, currently at Chipper United in the Eastern Cape, and a man whose CV speaks for itself. You're going to love listening to that. Also find out why he thinks playing at Al Ahly is an experience you won't remember, and those nights in Anfield are so, so special. So again, that's coming up. But as always, we love to hear from you. So please, guys, get in touch. We have a WhatsApp number, which you can see in our social media accounts. You can hit us up on Facebook, post comments on our YouTube page. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter. Come and find us. And just to say, Courtney, you interviewed Ryan Moon, a South African international who's making waves in Sweden. We've had such a positive reaction to that interview that you did with him. He's from your hometown. He's an excellent player. The reactions have been pretty priceless, haven't they?
Well, Zayn, there have been, and it's actually started a huge conversation, not just within the neighborhood, but also outside of the neighborhood, which is a fantastic thing. And as you said, we've got some lovely feedback from some very good people. For example, I'll tell you what Meryl Fortaina said. Super proud of you, Ryan. Talented, respectful. May your dreams come true, and may God continue to bless you. You know, these are people from our neighborhood who have a link with Ryan, and not just with Ryan, but with the Moon family. Then we also have Dumisan Buchanan, ever so humble, great interview, great catching up with you, Ryan. He finds himself, congratulations, Geraldine. You must be so proud of him. Now, Geraldine, who is Ryan's mom, who is also a stalwart figure in our community that I'm from, very respectful family. Yes, the young man is just blessed, but very talented.
Now, Courtney, I'd love you to share those Facebook comments with him. Please do. And when you do, you have to share this one that came in over Facebook. It was from Geraldine Moon. It was from his mom. She said it was so lovely to hear you, Courtney, interviewing him. Two people from the same hometown, from the same community. She absolutely loved it. But here is the kicker to her comment. She said, of all the places to eat, you didn't pick my kitchen. And that was something that came up during the interview, didn't it, Courtney?
Well, he spoke about an area in Pietermaritzburg that is famous for producing some fantastic meals. Not better meals than my mom's kitchen, but fantastic meals. And this is Curry Court, where I also had the pleasure of eating as well.
Now, Curry Court also sent us a comment in. They said that they're proud of Ryan. They're so happy to see him humbly sharing his international experience on our podcast, and they hope he grows from strength to strength. Well, off the back of our podcast and Ryan telling you that he likes eating at Curry Court, we got in touch with them to find out that if we could give some of our lucky listeners some meal vouchers to eat at their fine establishment. And the Jadu family have come on board. They've sponsored 3 meals to go and enjoy their wonderful cuisine. And thank you to the Jadu family for being so quick and so generous. We really want to place you on the map. Unfortunately, this is only for people who live in Pietermaritzburg or in the surrounding areas that can get there. So if you're living in Grays Essex like Courtney, you can't get there just yet, or London like me. But this is our first giveaway. Thank you to the Jadu family. Your food is going to be enjoyed. Courtney, I've never eaten there. What's their food like? I mean, what would you order off their menu?
You know, I've got to be very careful and hope my mother, who listens to these podcasts, skips this one. The food's amazing, Zayn. I'm going to tell you a story about my experience with Curry Court. I was on holiday in South Africa about a few years ago. I was helping out at a local primary school, Alston Primary School, that was in the center of town. a very famous primary school. The head teacher I know exceptionally well. And the sports coach on the day, his name is Kenneth Jasson, says to me, listen, I'm going to take you to have a meal after the sports day. Not a problem. I'm hungry. I can eat. We go to this establishment. It's beautiful, clean toilets, very neat. And the smell of mutton curry hit me as I walked in. I didn't have to look at the menu. I knew what I was going to have. The food was succulent. It was beyond what I would have experienced in any other places in Maritzburg. And I've eaten in a lot. And it just had a nice vibe to go along with the food as well. So it's not just good food. It just had a nice feeling and a nice vibe. I enjoyed my meal. I think anybody who lives in Pietermaritzburg knows it. And it's important that people go out there, if they are in Pietermaritzburg, and experience curry court.
Absolutely. And for those of you who want to go and experience it and get those vouchers from us, we have 3 on offer. So all you have to do is reach out to us either on our Facebook page, which is On the Whistle Podcast, or our YouTube account, which is On the Whistle Podcast, or on Twitter or Instagram at OTW_podcast, and tell us what you enjoyed about our Ryan Moon interview. Give us your highlight. What was it? We've already got such great feedback on it. Tell us a bit more. We want to hear from you, our listeners, what you enjoyed, what you want us more to do. And for those of you who can't wait for those vouchers to come in, you can always go, as Courtney says, to Curry Court. They're easy to find in Pietermaritzburg, 100 Chief Albert Lutuli Street in Pietermaritzburg. Very, very easy to find. People will point you in the right direction. But without further ado, Courtney, I think it's time we go to another man who enjoys curry. He also enjoys winning trophies. He's very affable. He's very charismatic. Here is our quickfire interview with Gavin Hunt.
First question I'd like to know, why do you love football?
I actually don't like the game. Because the game is not full of good people. I don't like the game. If you said to me, let's go watch a rugby test or Real Madrid play Barcelona, I'll go to the rugby test. Because I think there's more honesty in the game of rugby. Football is do I want to win every day? Do I want to improve every day? But the game, for what you put in is very difficult. It's very difficult football because it's a kick here, the decisions and rugby's going their way, but they got obviously the VAR, whatever. But I just think the honesty in the game, I think there's too much dishonesty in the game. Players falling, diving, I just think the game. I'm telling you now, the game of football has to change. The rules are going to have to change. Something's going to have to change. It has to change. Something, offside lines, goals are bigger, more rolling subs, more breaks in play, now we got 5 minutes we can put 15 on and you must have 8. It's got to change. There's got to be no nils. It's got to be penalty shoot. All what they do in America. The game has to change. FIFA, you can't keep, I just feel something's going to have to happen. And it's going to go American football, where the game is an hour, but takes 3 hours. Stoppages, adverts, bringing the defensive team on, attacking team on. You got 3 times touchdowns or whatever they call those things. I do feel the game has to change. Something has to, and maybe not in my time, I don't think so, but FIFA are going to be very, very careful because the same people are putting money in all the time. Yes, the television and there's a hype. But if you go to a stadium, and sometimes you go to a stadium, you think, is that the best in the world? Am I really, because you see some, so I think something has to change for the game to keep its interest. And I'm not saying I love the game, sure, but I'm saying I just feel we're going to be very careful where the game is.
What is your favorite city to play football in and why?
My favorite city to play football in? Well, when it's full stadiums, obviously domestically in Africa is where I've been. I've been to watch. I've been all over the world. I've been, training with clubs and been on the training grounds. But if it's as a football coach, I love Cairo. I think Cairo those people are not well. They're not well. They support their football teams like it's fanatical. So to play Al Ahly when they 70,000-80,000 in that stadium I've done it 2-3 times now. It's mind blowing, and it's a fantastic. The football's crap, but it's fantastic. To go watch a game of football. There's only one place to watch a game of football in the world, and I'll argue with anybody, and that's Liverpool. You go to Anfield. I don't support them. I don't care. And the best time to go to a game anywhere in the world is a Champions League night at Liverpool on a Tuesday night. It's Juventus or that Barcelona game. That game, there's a suction there. I've never felt that, and I've been there a few times. I've been to Man United, Old Trafford, dull. Too many foreigners, too many wannabe supporters, not proper supporters. I go to Leeds, great club. I'm a West Ham supporter, by the way. Go to my club, the old Upton Park, West Ham, fantastic.
It's in my area. I live near the stadium.
Okay, I was a West Ham Upton,
Yeah.
But if you're going to go anywhere, I've been to Barcelona. I was there at Barcelona when Benny played semi-final of the Cup against Barcelona. I was there. 80,000 was crazy, but not Liverpool. That cop, it's just, it's unbelievable. It sucks you in there. Never felt anything.
You spoke about what you're cooking early on in the evening. What is your favorite food?
Are you South African? Do you have to also South African?
100%.
You have to also South African. Cheese and yama, boss. Cheese and yama. Come on.
I'm going to do one now.
Hey, boss. I would love to invite the Queen of England and the President of America. If they came to my house, I'd say, right, take your shoes off, put your shorts on. With Brian. Are you joking with me? Brian, it's social. It's, and you can braai. I'm not talking about braai meat all the time. You can you can braai other things, but the braai is a South African. It's a culture. I go to England. It's peeing with snow and rain, and we will have a braai. You know what I mean? The people say you're crazy, but we have a braai. It's what we do, and it's a Sunday. Sundays is braai days. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
It's just ingrained.
What is your most memorable football initiation?
You really want to know?
Go ahead.
I can tell you the story. Are you joking? Must I tell the truth?
No. Listen, Gavin, please open the can.
Okay.
You can't beat Bruce Grobler's initiation story. I'm sure.
You can't.
I don't know. This might beat him. So my first game for Hellenic, we played the Morocco Swallows. I was 17 years old. So you got to do down-downs. You know down-downs? Here, you down, but I was 17. So we were on the aeroplane, and they gave me a glass of red wine. Here we go again. Nice glass of red wine. And lo and behold, one of the players put his false teeth in there. So you got to go. Now, if you know Captain Bluff, do you know Captain Bluff? One thumb, one sip. Then you go Captain Bluff, one thumb, two sips, and you got to go Captain Bluff, one thumb, three fingers, and you got to go three sips. And when I went the third one, the false teeth hit me on my face here. So, and it was Wolf the Brain's false teeth. So yeah, that was my initiation. They said, welcome to the club, 17 years old. Jeez, fantastic. Oh, man. Yeah.
Gavin, why are you proud to be African?
Oh, why am I proud? Oh man, we got a great country. You guys. And I don't want to get into politics, but then you see what happened 2-3 weeks ago. That's not us. That's not us. That's not us. We got everything here. We just need to obviously get things right. And I'm not going to go into politics, but I'm proud. And as I said, when they switch the lights off, if they do one day, I'm still going to be here. I'm not going anywhere. I'll always come back here. This is my country. I love this place. I'm all for what's happened. You know, I played in the apartheid era. It was a terrible time. You know, I saw necklacing. I saw policemen being killed in front of me, necklace burnt alive, petrol over him, standing in front of me. I couldn't help him. I couldn't jump. What am I going to do? You know, I've seen. You know, I was in the army. You know, we had to go to the army. I was on patrols, and I've seen things that you know, this is not human. So, and I'm still here. You know, a lot of people have left Australia, here, there. I still got faith that this place can work. That's how crazy I am. And I want to work, and I want to contribute, and I want to help coaches, which is what I do. And I want to improve the football, and I just want to get, you know, I want to do everything better. And I've got faith. And people might say, well, you're crazy. But, you know, my kids, obviously they can do what they like, but they you know, it's important that we keep the people with, what's the word, the brains or the intelligent people. I'm not one of them. I had the best 3 years of my life in Standard 8. So so I'm one of those guys. You know, I'm a stayer, I'm a plodder, and I want to improve things. I really, and that's why I'm proud to be an African and all the crap that we've gone through.
Who's the best player you played with, Gavin?
Played in my team or played against?
Played with or even played against?
The best player that I played with was a few. You know, I was lucky enough to get the back end of their careers. Des Bakos, Malcolm Philby, these were goal scorers that played, you know, they were playing in the English Premier League. It came to play in South Africa. I was 17, they were all in the 30s finishing. I played with them. You know, I was my favorite player of all time in South Africa was Jingles Pereira. I love Jingles. He played for Cape Town City. He used to play with his sleeves like Dennis Law and score goals. And he was. I was a kid in the stairs. You know, I was fascinated by him. But Des Bakos, yeah, and my ex-brother-in-law David Byrne, who played in America, fantastic player. Should have achieved more. You know, was a really good pro, and yeah, so I played with some very good players. And through the years at Hellenic, we had some really good players. You know? So yeah, it's very difficult, but those ones come to mind. You know?
Our final question for the day and for the interview: how would you like to be remembered, Gavin Hunt?
I'd like to be remembered as authentic, honest, wanting to better, never satisfied, giving people so many chances. I mean, geez, the players, young players that I've had that have gone through, you know, I mean, that have started careers, ended their careers, and now coaching against me. Geez, I'm feeling my age. I like to be, you know, and made a contribution, because we're all passing through, and this great game, we all just make our little contributions. And I still feel I want to achieve so much more, but you need to be given the tools to get that. You can't be given nothing to work. You need to get the tools. And that means be able to sign players and do things, and you know, and buy and sell, and then you can build it, you know. And without that, you can be the best coach in the world. You can have all the tactics and all the coaching methods, but you need good players, or better than what's available. You need good players. The bottom line, the Pep Guardiolas of the world, he buys a player for 100 million now. Great coach. I mean, he's going to score 10, 15 goals. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so on and so on. And I think that's the. I'd also like to be remembered as somebody that took a lot of unknown players, you know, gave them an opportunity, coached them, and you know, now they're on in their careers, you know. So yeah, just a normal, honest guy. I'm a fun guy. I like music. I like dancing. I like to be out, mix. I think mixing with young people keeps me younger, you know, and I like that. I like that.
Gavin Hunt never fails not to amaze us. Really insightful, really funny. Courtney, I guess we got to take him to a rugby game when he's out here in the UK, one of those fantastic nights at Anfield, right?
I would just actually like to sit down with him personally. And yes, we've interviewed him. But the one thing that Gavin Hunt is, as I said, he's open, he's honest. and he looks like he is enjoying life in the Eastern Cape.
Absolutely. And again, guys, let us know what you think about that podcast. Find us on our social media accounts. I never get bored of saying it. Twitter, Instagram, OTW_podcast, or our Facebook group or our YouTube account on the Whistle Podcast. Courtney, it's been fantastic sitting down with you for this bite size. I'm hungry. I wish I could go to Curry Court right now, but I can't. But I'm going to go to my kitchen and fix myself up some mutton curry, perhaps.
Zayn, I've got fish on the boil here, so...
By the way, before I forget, that is so healthy. Darren Lewis, the Mirror assistant editor, and a good friend of ours on the show, wants to meet for bunny chows. So Darren, I know you listen. We're going to lock that in, and we'll probably do a podcast around a bunny chow.
Well, listen, then Darren has to come to Grey's Essex because my wife makes me bunny chows. She doesn't make Curry Court bunny chows. She makes Grey's Essex bunny chows. We go close. He's welcome to come.
Amazing. And for those out there who are not from Durban, a Durban bunny chow is wonderful curry. It can be beans, it can be mutton curry, it can be chicken curry, and it's put in a half loaf bread. You can Google it. We're not killing rabbits. We're not killing hares. It's all domesticated and all good for you. Well, without further ado, guys, enjoy your week. Lovely as always seeing you, Courtney. All the best, fella.
All the best, Zayn. Lovely to talk to you.